How's it going, guys? Today I wanted to teach you my favorite George Lynch riff, and that is Tangled in the Web from his band Lynch Mob. I can hear all of you screaming in the comments right now. Why not Unchain the Night? Why not Kiss of Death? Save it. You have your opinion, I have mine. Let's move on. What I love about this riff are the chords used, the groove of it, and just all round, it's got the quality of how did I not come up with this? Same goes for many George Lynch riffs. He's got such an inspiring playing style, which I want to share with you today. For today's lesson, I'm tuned down half a step. The original song, Tangled in the Web, and a lot of his Dokken stuff and everything, is sort of in between half a step down and standard tuning. It's that sort of in the middle, almost Van Halen-y ballpark. But for today's lesson, I'm tuned down half a step. This is an EVH 5150 guitar. I'm plugged into a Blackstar AMPED, and the effects are coming from a Yamaha THR30II. We're starting off with our intro chords. To put it very simply, you've got D string fretted and the B string fretted with an open G in the middle there. And that chord there is going to be slid around. So when I refer to these other positions, I'm only going to be following what the D string is doing. So what happens there first is we're going from 3rd fret on the D, up to 5, up to 8, and then back down to 3. Then we're going to play 3rd fret on the D on its own, then open G and open B together to create that really eerie change. Then you've got a 3rd fret on the low E there, played very subtly in the background with a hint of whammy bar waggle there. If you've got a recessed Floyd, you'll get the sound absolutely bob on, but I don't happen to have one of those guitars with me today. Next phrase, you've got this, keeping the same shapes. So it's 3rd fret, slide up to 5, 8, 10, then back to 3. High E is played there, 3rd fret with a little finger. And you've got that 3rd fret on the low E there included as well. Then with a little bit of whammy bar once again. So you've got back again, same phrase as the first. Then you've got this really cool little turnaround idea. Really cool. So you've got A1, open D, then you've got G3 there. So it goes 3rd on the A, 2nd on the D, open G, then you've got 3rd fret on the D there. Then the shape goes, you've got your thumb there on the low E, 1st fret. Since you've been gone chords there. Really, really nice. And you've got that open G in the middle there too. That would be your intro there. Now for the main riff. Now, this riff is magic to me. You could have picked any George Lynch riff that moves like this and has the same sort of intervals. But what I love about it is it contains a very familiar shape. So if you were to take your regular G chord, then cram your ring and little finger onto the D and G instead, 3rd fret. Then what's going to happen is the note on the D string is going to move down in semitone. So you've got 3rd fret first. Then my index finger, I'm going to play the 2nd fret. Then you go to the 1st fret. Then you resolve on a regular G shape, if you like. But before we get into the little turnaround lick that happens within this riff, there's a little technique tip here. If you want to sprinkle a little bit of George Lynch sexiness through this particular riff, is add some vibrato to these chords with your fingers. It doesn't have to be nuts. It's not Zakk Wylde, but you've got to do just a little bit. Listen to the difference. If I play it without, then with vibrato. Very little, but it means everything. Then what you've got as a little turnaround lick here is you go into the A string here, 3rd fret, hammer onto 4, then you've got open G there. Go back down the way you came, 4 and then 3 on the A. Now while that G string's still ringing, you're going to slide down to the 1st fret on the A, the minor 3rd in this key. Then resolve back here on the 3rd fret of the low E to start the riff again. So then back into it you go, and you'd go round again doing the same thing. In the verse riff you might play it with your fingers, because it does tone down a little bit in the verses. Then you've got this, again, it's a really cool little turnaround thing you get at the end of each verse. So it goes, so I go 6, 5, and then 3 on the A. Then what I'm playing there is low E6, and then I'm barring across the A, D, and G, 3rd fret there. Then we do the same thing 2 frets higher. Then 7 and then 8 on the A. Back into the riff you'd go. So let's sum up everything we've got so far. So cool. And what I like about this too is you can take these shapes and move them around, of course. It's just such a cool thing to sneak in. Very bluesy there. And also with the intro chords, you've got a sort of a Hendrixian vibe. Which I think is absolutely awesome. And also what I like about a lot of this riff too is that you've got one note in there the whole time, which sort of makes weird riffs kind of make sense. Like, and for this riff, it's that G note, the root. So when coming up with riffs like this, maybe keep the riff in, the root note in there, and then move certain weird notes within the chord around. You can do it with your power chords. The obvious way would be then. That's the main lesson to take away from this riff, I think, and that's how it really impacted me. Move notes around the root, so to speak, and see what you can come up with. Now, for some honourable George Lynch mentions. Thank you very much for watching this video, you guys. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you'd like to learn any more George Lynch from me, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to know what you think. Apparently as well, 73% of the viewers on this channel aren't subscribed. So if you're one of those people, do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. It would really help me a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.